Yo, what's up? It's been a while. I jump on these, huh? Yeah. Where are we out here? Oh, we're in the shop right here, huh? You got the power tools going, baby. I love it, man. Yeah. Power tools going, huh? You want to turn that shit down, goddammit? Anyway, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's been a while, huh? Yeah. Oh my god. Man, what is up with these fucking prepping pukes, man? Oh my god, cock and lit. Yeah, you got people like the Elizabeth McDonald's, yeah, the Blazing and Rebecca Lindy, the fellow Finn Dommy, the Larpies, yeah, the sucking on duck pods, all these motherfuckers raising up, yeah, yeah, especially when Philemon said, he stuck me, shizzle! I mean, stuck my mouth with less than murderers! Yeah, plural, make that make sense, yeah. Oh my god. Dude, that fucking Flynn one just don't have to shut the fuck up for more than fucking 15 minutes. Stalking and creeping on YouTubers. Worry about females, shit like that. Oh my god, man. Yeah, Cruz has been up with a good pound. So is Roy, man. Oh my god. Goldman's put on good shit. Man, I need to go live one of these days, shit. Fuck yeah, dude. I haven't done shit. I've been so fucking busy. I gotta take care of a lot of shit lately. Take care of shit on myself, my family, my work, my babe. I mean, my God, I got my fucking bloody hands full lately. My God. Then I gotta intervene in my fucking friends' problems. Yeah, especially, yeah, my crazy, all kind of shit like that. You know what's so pathetic? You know, Linda, the reset, was dealing with some issues. I had to go comfort her the other day. Oh, my fuck. I gave her a hug and sat down with her. And like, fuck. Man, everybody's going through fucking problems lately, man. Like, I'm like the messenger. Like, come on, man. I'm here. I'm on ears. I mean, I'm your guy. You want to talk to me? We'll talk. I'm on ears. We can hear piss the ear street. Like, but damn, like a lot of people go on these days. Well, that's okay. I don't mind it being ear street. I have no problem giving counseling like gives like that. Or it's like I got friends who are lesbians as well, and they're going through situations and like they do stupid shit, and the girl they fall in love with, just like kind of bits out of her face. It's okay. We all make mistakes. We all do, ladies and gentlemen. We all do. But here's the thing: we all know too much. You think people like Philemon, Duckbot, and Blazing Barb, and Udi, and yeah, you think they want to learn shit? Fuck no, they don't want to shit. Fuck no. They just double down. Yeah. Oh man, there it goes again. Yep, the generator. Yep. Yep. We are ready. Power to the shot, baby. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's so funny these motherfuckers have been lied to. I mean, look at Intia. She's been raised out lies to, but what does she do? Book burns it. That's what these motherfuckers book burn shit all the time. Oh my god. All they ever do is fucking rage it out and spurs like a bitch ass. I mean, come on, man. You got fuckers going to Rumble making videos, slap stuff, film on videos on Rumble, or God's sake. I showed that shit on my community post. Yeah. And Philemon gives it approval. Yeah, that's all it is. Slap style video by dumb fucker like Glenn the Butler. Oh my god. Fucking loser, man. Using fucking slap style videos from 5, 6 years ago. Get the fuck out of here. Nobody gives a shit. Oh, look, see me, it's going for your hotties, man. Oh, look, you see me creeping on the female in the street. Oh, look at semen harassing a female on the bus. Oh, semen's a convicted sex offender. We know he don't like Lizzie Bomb. Oh, yeah, it's true that semen served 6 months for attempted sex molestation of Ashley and Christina. Yeah. there goes their compressor. Yeah, I just love when they spurs around me, especially Phil Findon rages around me all the fucking time in any chat. It doesn't matter. Yeah, and all they do is worry about the semen. That's all they got. They got dicks and cocks on their brain and semen in the mouth. Disgusting fucking creeps. Yeah, and they want to go around and say, "Oh, I'm a man." But what about Roddy Bowman? What about Roddy getting thirsty on his way to a restaurant? Gawking on a teenager girl in a bus and going to offend them in the east of Atlanta. Yeah, and they're by Cobb County. Get the fuck out of here. Here, I got something good for you. Let's let it roll. Well, I was supposed to bring something, but I'll just bring this for you. Some tunes. You know what? There is something good coming out of it. I just will run all the way. I was playing this the other day. Here we go.
Podcaster Kyla Turner destroys mega debater for a living. Yeah. And this is a female that debated Andrew Wilson for 8 hours, man. And the only thing is cool about it is she looks a lot like Amy, my friend from Oklahoma.
And the worst part is we can't even sell the oil. It's too
I know. Yeah.
That's even that.
You're right about that. I think part of the reason why he did this was to help his own large donors in the fossil fuel industry. And that's all right, so I have
to want it now. Now they're like, actually, we don't want it.
It's so insane. Yeah. Waiting right there is Kyla Turner. She's a liberal podcaster, and I just have so much respect. I don't know how. She just got done a few weeks ago debating Andrew Wilson for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Like, I did 4.5 hours, and I thought that was like I was some sort of champion. I don't know how.
I did 4 minutes to interview that guy. I would need a pro bono.
How are you?
Hi. Thank you so much for having me, Brian. I appreciate it. And it rounds to it now. It was 8 hours and 47 minutes.
Wow. Oh, God.
Damn.
Get to that. I just want to ask you questions about that debate.
But I heard Joe.
That's how you should get how much sleep. I need to get 3 hours, 47 minutes. Huh? Yeah.
So, yeah.
She is so great. And I really love her commentary. And I love yours as well, so I appreciate you being here. Let's start with the firing of Kristi Noem. And by the way, obviously, I did not know we were going to be talking about this. I didn't know this.
Kidding.
Yeah, I didn't think this happened. I found out like an hour before I went on the air.
Yeah.
And I said, all right, I'm going to have to ask both of you about this. What was your initial reaction?
I had to find this up at work, as a matter of fact. Yeah, my coworker trucked and they took the radio on there and they announced it like, whoa. Yeah.
I mean, it's annoying because if you read, she's getting this like new position so she can stay tenured and still make money. Like, the punishment for embezzling like $240 million from the American people shouldn't be you're fired, but now you get a new job that's just like in name only. It's like the consolation. You should get a consolation prize. You should go to jail and you should be forced to refund. Like, oh gosh, it's a nice little victory. Like, yes, but okay, the guy replacing her sucks. Come on.
the dumbest politician in the country, Mark Wayne Mullen, you're speaking of.
Oh, he's a fucking idiot.
For number two.
I would say they're both hand in hand there. They would make a lovely couple, but honestly, that's the sad part about this. If anybody was put in that position with some level of confidence, I would say, okay, this is a win for America. I'm not so sure it is. I don't think Mark Wayne Mullen is much of an upgrade, do you?
I actually am concerned that he might
No,
be
they're more like a
worse.
downgrade, is
He's got
what you think.
such, like, at least Kristi Noem, as far as I know, never tried to physically fight multiple people in Congress, right? I don't know, I was like looking at clips of him to remind myself. I don't know if you remember when he tried to fight the team.
Yes, I do. He stood up and he said, let's go right now. Stood up.
Absurd behavior.
Guy's like 4.5 feet tall, too. I think he's got short man syndrome, and he's bearded. That's a really bad mix, because you know he's going to try to flex. I mean, you had Kristi Noem, who was cosplay Kristi, spending our taxpayer dollars, dressed up in her get-up, going around the country.
I boring plastic bitch,
she is. Mullen, who is going to try to show how much testosterone he allegedly has to make up for him being 4 feet tall. And I agree with you, by the way. I agree with you. I think he could be actually worse. It's very possible. Very, very possible.
The only thing we can hope for is that the ego is so large that he won't be an entire sycophant to Trump, and so it'll create a lot of tensions between him and the executive branch. That's all I can hope now is it's a crazy world to be in where I'm hoping and frank that the replacement of Kristi Noem is the more incompetent, the less gets done. Like that's where we're at right now, which is really frustrating. It feels like there's no comeuppance, there's no retribution, there's no justice for the absolute degradation and theft that these cronies have been doing to American people and to America at large. It's brutal. It's the world yet, right? The Schadenfreude is happy to watch Kristi Noem get fired after an embarrassing congressional hearing, but the policy brain of mine goes, it's not better and it might be worse.
And then, did you see the questioning yesterday, Nancy Mace, on Governor Tim Walz asking what a woman is when these guys, and this goes into my next topic, of course, which is Iran, they can't even define what a war is. They ask liberals, like you, and people like me who certainly lean to the left, can you define what a woman is and what a man is? They can't even define what a war is. We have some members of Congress that are saying we've been at war with Iran for 50 years. We have other members of Congress that are saying we didn't act first and this isn't a war. Like I'm saying, like if somebody bombed us, how can you define that not as a war?
What are you preempting with your preemptive strikes? Aren't you preempting a war? And then when they strike back, doesn't that mean that now, like what's a war to you if not multiple cities getting missiles and Iran just firing at all of its neighbors and us right now competing for complete total air dominance with Hegseth saying we want air dominance so we can switch from using missiles to bombs, which is just like making things less accurate, horrifying. Is that right? So, yeah, that's a good point. They definitely don't know what war is, but they certainly like to wage it. The Department of War can't define war.
Yeah, and they can't even define or give a reasonable explanation by most standards of why we went to war. I mean, I was talking to Jojo about this earlier. First, they start talking about how we're only going to be there a couple days, then it's 4 or 5 weeks. I think it's going to be months at least. Then they say that, well, our hand was forced, at least Marco Rubio alluded to this, because Israel was going to attack first. Then we heard, well, Iran was going to attack us. Then we, Caroline Levin yesterday saying, well, it was basically a win. It was a defeat. And I'm thinking to myself, you guys are the ones that said we obliterated them 8 months ago. We obliterated their nuclear capabilities 8 months ago. So were you guys lying then? Like, I don't understand. They can't come up with any reasoning. What's the reasoning? I mean, I haven't heard anything that's reasonable as to why we're in this war.
I suspect Marco Rubio's is the closest to accurate answer that we'll have at like the strategic level. I'm sure for Trump, it's all whims and feelings and vibes, and he just wanted to now. Trump's policy is, who do I like the most and who's talking to me the most recently? And so if somebody is gunning for Iran and they talked recently, they're going, Marco Rubio, I do believe to some extent that they were trying to like rush in before Netanyahu made strikes, but then we see, okay, so you rushed in and you killed schoolgirls. So maybe we don't rush into war? Like, what are we doing?
Isn't that a story, Kyle, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but isn't that a story that's so under the table, what you just said? This schoolgirl, this school where first they were blaming Israel, and then it turns out by their own mistake of what the map that Hegseth showed yesterday, it was us. We bombed a children's school, and these are the same people that were, attacking Israel, rightfully so. We bombed a children's school. It's right there on the map.
And the worst part, because of sheer incompetence, right? A lot of people need to be aware that these missiles that we are shooting, they are very accurate, right? It's not like we're like, oh, oopsie, it just like went 600 meters wide. No, we probably put in the wrong coordinate somewhere along the way, and
think?
competence caused
Wow.
the demise of what's the death rate? Over 100 children, young girls, which is insane because the Iranian people want to
Yeah,
see
young girl, probably
off of them. And now
tween
we're
girl
like,
with
we're
that.
speed running,
My God.
make all of the
The
people
fuck?
hate us as quickly as possible, which is just absurd. It's like the greatest bungle of a situation that we've seen in, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, we've been messing up a lot in military.
Yeah, well, that's for sure. So we've talked about a few of the excuses as to why they did this. I tend to think that a part of the reason why Trump decided to do this, not the entire reason, but I think a part of it was a distraction from the Epstein files, which I think they are deleting and redacting these 3 million files, or at least partially, right before our eyes right now. I think this was a distraction. Would you agree with that?
It's hard. It's so hard to say, right? Like, I feel like everything is a reaction. I don't know if I can trust that Trump is cognitively cogent enough to be planning long term anymore, right? And so it feels like what's happening is lots of reaction. I'm sure that it will benefit to distract from Epstein. That is absolutely an interest that they have. I'm sure that some people thought that striking Iran now needed to happen because they really just hate Iran and they thought that they could get Trump to do it now, right? I suspect that it's the worst answer, which is everyone's incompetent and fighting for Trump's ear, and he is too mentally declined to actually make a cogent plan. And so it's all sorts of competing interests. It is getting away from Epstein. It is out-competing Netanyahu. It is just some war hawk who hates Iran and has been waiting for the chance to get in there. It's probably all of these things, which shows, again, the level of incompetence in these strikes and in this action, because you're talking about military intervention with regime change plan. If there's anything we've learned, it's that you need a lot more information, a lot more expertise, and much better intelligence before you make strikes on a sovereign nation.
And not alone, you're right, Kyla, not alone just that, but what about the 6,000 plus Americans that are trapped there right now? There was literally no evacuation plan put in place. When Trump was asked about this, he just played dumb and said, well, we didn't think it was going to go this way. How did you think it was going to go?
How did you think it was going to go?
Bombing Iran. What did you think Americans...
Yeah, how did that work? Well, that flight didn't work out that good.
Competence is at
Jesus.
astronomical levels.
Yeah, it's this very interesting thing. There's Hannah Arendt talks about this, the banality of evil. She's a political philosopher, but this idea that so often when we see malicious things, we think that there's like this evil genius behind it, like plotting it out. When more often it is incompetent, egoist fools who don't have enough of an alarm bell in their head to go, maybe I should hold back and not do evil things and bad things. And I think that's what we're seeing, right? We saw it with Maduro. What was the plan with Venezuela?
None.
Was all of that? Because
Let's kidnap the president. Kidnap the president. Let's steal the oil. You think he cared about the people
stealing
out there?
oil that doesn't belong to us.
No more than he cares about liberating women in Iran. They don't care.
And the worst part is we can't even sell the oil. It's too
I know.
It's too
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not even that.
Yeah.
You're right about that. I think part
Yeah, I
of
guess
like,
according to Stormy Davis, Trump didn't really measure up all that much.
That's my point.
Yeah, well, I guess Nicola said the same thing about Belmont back then.
Well, Belmont never measures up. Ask Nicole that. Ask Melissa that.
Think they broke the law. It's just
Hey, you can ask Don Mullen that.
Speaking of ridiculous,
Belmont don't measure up.
A friend of mine tells me, hey, do you know that girl Kyla from the Unearthed Americans Room? Did you know she just did an 8-hour plus debate with Andrew Wilson? I'm like, no, I didn't know that. And it was really hard for me to watch, not because of you. You're just way too smart and articulate. Just the excuses and listen, Andrew's probably going to watch this. He's going to say, Brian, why are you talking, crap about me again? Because he always does that. It's not that I'm even talking crap. I'm just like, I don't know how I have so much respect
Fuck
for the fact
Andrew
that you
Wilson.
were
He's a
able
racist
to
piece
do
of shit.
an 8-hour and 40-minute debate with that man when I think a lot of his debates and a lot of his personality is bad faith. Bad faith debates, bad faith arguments. I don't know how you were able to do it. How, I guess, is my question.
Well, yeah, he called the women that were abused by Trump and Epstein files like that. Called them Epstein
but by the end,
bitches.
I don't know. I think next time I go on, I'm going to have a much harder boundary when we end. I think Brian wanted to go as well because he's good money. But I'm not making money when I go, so I need to have have a much harder cap of time limit because
Yeah.
it's exhausting. I walked away and I think I ended that and I just like cried from exhaustion. Like I was like, that was the worst thing ever, and I'm so tired.
Was he nice to you after the debate when the microphones were off and the show was over? Like, what does he say to you?
He's always decently polite with me. I've known Andrew for like 3 years, so there's like this weird nemesis kind of polite. You know, he's asking me about the husband and stuff. But by the time we end, he was
It's odd
really
because
drunk.
Andrew Wilson
He'd
was
had,
not
like,
trash on
10
women.
to 12 years.
He did that with me when I debated him for 4 hours. All right, a couple personal questions for you from people that you know. I've been asked to debate Rachel Wilson at a certain college university next month on feminism. I've never debated anybody on feminism. Do you think I should do it?
If you do, I would read her book, so you know she's gonna go a lot into like really niche, weird history stuff that she's like very good. Great. If you do, of course, I think you should debate everybody you want to, because you're Brian. You're going to debate that. Make people very mad. Just make sure you're aware of what her book says, because that's what it's gonna be.
I'm just not interested in that, right? Such torture. You're probably right. I probably should if I'm going to debate it, but it's like torture for me to read this stuff. It's like I'm pretty consistent on it. Like, do I think women should be paid the same as men as athletes? No, I think it should be. I think it should be based on how much profit a company makes. Do I think women as a whole should be treated the same as men? Yes, of course. I mean, but I can go into abortion. I can go into why women aren't getting paid the same as men. There's a lot of different, and we might agree on some topics. I don't know, but I'm going to tell her, I'm not interested in hearing about the historical background of feminism. Like, I'm just not going to debate you on that because I just don't want to read her book. Is that unfair to me? I just don't.
I don't blame you at all. Look, I prepped for Myron once by reading his book, and it's
Okay, I got another name for you. This is somebody you've debated on whatever podcast, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Geyer. I'm debating Geyer next week.
He is an uncharismatic Andrew Wilson. Sometimes he's like, oh, to like rude, and like none of the charisma.
I'll just go personal on him. I know I'm going to attack him because I know he's friends with Alex Jones, who's a despicable human being. So I'll ask him about that. I'll ask him about his support for Donald Trump. That's fine. I mean, I can get in the gut of these idiots, so I guess that's the only way I can go with Dyer or Rachel Wilson thing. I'm not so sure about. I really don't want to make any tweets or anything, but see how it goes. I guess. Man, you've debated them all. I commend you sitting next to some of these despicable people. I really do.
Yeah, well, somebody's gonna do it.
That's true. Give out that. I think you should have millions of followers, so please give out that information of how people can follow you on social media and what you got going on, so my listeners can follow you.
Yeah, my name is Not So Erudite Everywhere. That's Not So ERUDITE. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch, mostly as a streamer. I stream tonight at 5. I typically try to stream Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I cover debates as well as current politics. I often have guests on, like Ryan. So if you're interested in more liberal content creators, that's where we find me.
Yeah, and you're also part of the World War debate staff there, right? You commentated the first one. I've heard rumors that I'm going to be at the second one, but I don't know who. But hopefully I'll be out there, and I'll see you out there, maybe in Atlantic City, my old stomping grounds, Atlantic City.
Okay.
One side of the boardwalk, you have a nice senior citizen bingo players, and on the other side, you're afraid you're going to get robbed at night. So it's kind of a very interesting. And by the way, don't swim there, okay? The beach is gross. Just don't swim. It's just disgusting. But other than that, I love Atlantic City. Really well, exactly. Just a positive. Kyla, it's so good to see you. I really do appreciate you coming on. Keep up the great work, and please don't do any more 8.5-hour debates with Andrew Wilson, okay?
Thank you. Thank you so much, you guys.
Thanks, Kyla. Take care. That's Kyla Turner, everybody. Very popular liberal podcaster. Those are back-to-back two people that I have a tremendous amount of respect for.
All right, here we go. Nancy Mace says with what is a woman, but cannot define what is a war.
Show you guys how unserious so many of these MAGA Republicans are. I want you to listen to Nancy Mace, the disgrace, earlier today, while questioning Tim Walz. This was supposed to be about fraud, but listen to this.
Let's go to Governor Walz, and I hope you learned some lessons from your last hearing with me on the Oversight Committee. Have you learned anything?
I did that if I didn't speak up to him, my people would be dead, Congresswoman. I warned you.
Okay, Miss Governor Walz, what is a woman? Did you learn that lesson? Do you know what a woman is?
I'm the governor of Minnesota, Congresswoman.
You know what a
I'm not
woman
here
is.
to be your prop or your obsession.
So
I
if you
taught
can't
middle school
define
your
what a
obsession.
woman is, you certainly can't define what fraud is. If you can't even define what a woman is, you can't define fraud.
Yeah, there you go. Wonderful example. So let me be very clear here. This was a charade once again. There are no Somalis that are in the Epstein files. There have been no new Somalis that have been charged with fraud. There have been no new investigations after that moron, Dick Shirley, claimed he exposed all this new fraud. Nancy Mace was there for one reason and one reason only, to try to score political points, for the same reason why Lauren Boebert asked Hillary Clinton about Pizzagate and aliens. This is all a charade. These are not serious people. And Governor Walz is correct. Nancy Mace has an obsession with transgenders going into bathrooms. She certainly has an obsession, just like so many idiots on the right do, when they ask people, what's a man and what's a woman? But yet themselves, they can't even define what a war is. We have some Republicans in Congress that are claiming we've been at war with Iran for the last 50 years. We have others that are saying we're not at war right now when we're completely bombing the entire country of Iran. So they can continue to ask these stupid questions and play political games. Nancy Mace is obviously not a serious person. She never was. She never will be.
She's a joke.
Now, Nancy Mace also has asked to subpoena Pam Bondi. While I have absolutely no problem with that, and I think it's a good idea, why wouldn't you also ask to subpoena the President of the United States? You guys had no problem questioning Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton. How did that go for you? So, if you want to subpoena and question Hillary Clinton, but you don't want to question the guy who's in the Epstein files more than Jesus' name is in the Bible, then maybe this is just a political charade, and you actually don't care about victims. Let's talk about victims for a moment. Nancy Mace claims that she was the victim of a sexual assault. Now, if that is true, that's horrible. I don't think it is. And I tend to believe most victims. When they claim that they're a victim of an assault, I tend to believe them. But Nancy Mace is the same person who voted for Donald Trump. Nancy Mace has not provided any evidence. We know that there have been accusations. There have never been any charges filed. And we know that the man that Nancy Mace voted for is a liable sexual abuser that was proved in a court of law with a jury of his peers. We haven't seen any direct evidence that Nancy Mace has been the victim. Now listen, I am not one that victim shames. If in fact she was a victim, which I don't know for sure either way, then it's awful. All I'm simply saying is, look at who you voted for. In every interview you claim that you're the victim. There have never been any charges filed. There have never been any situation where anybody was found liable. All the people that you claim victimized you have said that they're completely innocent. And there's never been any accountability, and no jury has ever sided with me. So no, I don't believe Nancy Mace at all. I think she loves the attention. I think she's mentally ill. And she can continue to ask Democrat lawmakers what's a man and what's a woman. But the question I would ask her is to maybe ask her ex-husband who left her if the person that he left her for is a man or a woman. Maybe that's the question that she should be asking to her ex-husband, and maybe not Governor Tim Walz.